today. Hang on a minute. I'm on the wrong side here. It doesn't look right. No, hang on. That's better. That's better. I feel better now I'm on the right side now.
Boss.
Just piss off. Leave me alone. Right. Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to THFC Till I Die, your home of Tottenham past, present, and an exciting future. Yes, Spurs are back, folks. They're back on Monday as we play Fulham to regain our top place in the Premier League. And Mia is so excited, she's decided to let Romero go to Tottenham early, but with an ankle tag, so she can monitor him, where he's going, what he's doing. But apart from that, from Spurs Between the Lines, how are you, Mia?
Oh, I'm good, thank you. Not too bad.
Oh, that's good. We've got a few people popping in. We've got Carl Simpson. Afternoon, Dermot and Mia. Afternoon, Carl. The man of Carnage, who will be in the chat, sitting there. He reminds me of Blofeld, you know. He's probably got a white cat, and he's thinking how to take down streams that he doesn't like. And he's got a rake of computers in front of him. I reckon he's a bit like that myself.
Having seen him and spoken to Carl, I just can't see it, I'm afraid. I'm sorry, Carl. No offence. But
I can see him there sitting with his white cat, stroking there.
I don't know about him and his pussy. He's stroking it
and scratching his bald head and just thinking, where can I take down next? So that's what Carl's doing. Big up to FTSM Column, of course, our partner channel here in the Full-Time Sports Network, as well as THFC Till I Die, who's in Wales today. He's on a lads' weekend. I think it's his cousin's 18th birthday. So good up. And people in Wales, beware, columns around. So beware.
Be careful. Be like, hide your sheep, hide your women, hide your sheep as well.
Yeah. The Manchester, the people from, where's he from again, Colin? I forgot now.
No, he's from Yorkshire, isn't he?
Yorkshire, yeah. Yorkshire men on the town in Wales tonight. So big up, Colin. And with your cousin, I think it's your cousin. Happy 18th birthday. How we wish we were 18 again, Mia.
Yeah, absolutely. October babies are the best babies, though, just saying.
They're back again, says Chris. Yes. Yeah, of course we're back again. Carl says, I have a crazy hamster.
Sounds about right.
I knew a fellow back in the 80s that wanted to eat a hamster. Or I ate my hamster. Freddie Starr.
Yeah, let's get on with this.
Yeah. It was a bit like the Daily Sport they found Elvis on the moon. That was another crazy headline back in the 80s when everyone was away with the fairies. FJT, go on Spurs, win the league. Of course we're going to win the league. We're Tottenham Hotspur.
He doesn't look like he's a Tottenham fan, though.
No, he doesn't. Looks like a Man United fan, but maybe supporting Spurs this year. Is that a David Beckham shirt he's wearing?
I was thinking that looks like it, because obviously various people wore David 7, like sort of the 7 as well as David, but I can't see the writing close enough to see who it is. Let us know who it is.
Yeah, but can you name me right? Which number did David Beckham wear before he got the number 7 shirt?
10.
10, yeah.
Yeah, because when he did his famous halfway goal, he had his arms up like that and his number 10 shirt.
Yeah, who was that against, by the way?
It was against Wimbledon.
There was, yeah.
I watched Man United a lot when I was a kid because I couldn't watch Tottenham, so I followed Davis. I watched Man United a lot.
Yeah. I know. No, look, I quite like David Beckham. I think I haven't watched the documentary yet, but I will do. Chris is saying, I'm shocked Mia's not had enough of Dermo. We're all right.
Well, listen, I do, but I kind of do it for the show, for the sake of the show. You know, show must go on, Chris. I have to part with him, unfortunately.
I had to put up with her today again. Diva came in the background, pink M&Ms, pink this, pink that. You know, God knows I can't get over it. And because Philip is on his way back from his Joe Dolan night out with Mrs. Brady. He was somewhere in Mayo on the way back. And so he will be back tonight for the rugby watch along. But you're stuck with me and Mia for this afternoon. And Mia is absolutely thrilled because she's got all the pink M&Ms. We think. To be fair, Man United fans belong in the South. Yeah, they do. There's more Man United fans in London than there is in Manchester. Carl is saying Ronaldo. No, the number 10 shirt.
I think he's talking about the picture is Ronaldo.
I don't think so. That says Beckham on there.
Does it? I can't see it. My eyes ain't that good. So, and
Yeah.
JT, please confirm who it is in the pic.
Yeah, he was 10 first. Yeah, correct. Chris is saying, sorry, go on, Mia.
I can tell you a lot about David Beckham and United at that period because, like I said,
You.
I watched him very closely.
I was saying the other day, I think to Philip, that class, I think to you, that class of 92 was unreal. It was like our generation of the Busby Babes back in the late 50s. That's what that 92 was like. To be honest, I haven't watched the Beckham documentary, and I won't be watching. It's Who Gives a Crap. I don't.
I mean, everybody's entitled to their opinion. I personally like David. I've got a lot of love for him, always have done. So when I knew he was doing a documentary, I was well excited. And to go back on that, all of that time, that stuff he went through and stuff, I thought was interesting now as a grown-up because I was younger when it happened. So it's interesting to see it from a grown-up perspective.
Yeah. Look, for me, David Beckham, a class footballer. The first really superstars of football, really, him and I Can't Sing Victoria at the Spice Girls. But yeah, fair play to him.
Leave Vicky alone. She's all right. She's a bit of a funny character. I've never been quite sure of her, but she come across well in that documentary.
Funny. She's weird. She can't sing. She got into a girl band by miming.
But how many people get into these bands back in the day, especially, and they couldn't sing?
Well, Girls Aloud could sing.
To be honest, I played Spice Up Your Life the other day, and Jake was like, "I quite like this song." I was like, "That's not, he don't know about the Spice Girls." No. I've never really spoken.
Girls Aloud. I'm telling you now, Girls Aloud are better than the Spice Girls.
Only because they had the Irish Nadine in it.
Yeah,
girl. She was a wicked. Her voice was something special.
Yeah,
she had, and she was very young as well when she was in the group. Yeah. She had the most beautiful voice. She's got the most beautiful voice.
Andrew Gregory, big up. This is good afternoon, Dermot and Mia. Big up, guys. Big up, Andrew. Hope you're doing well. My pitch is Ronaldo. His son's been signed up by Ronaldo's team in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, he has.
For what I read the other day. I was really shocked he went there, Mia. I was absolutely shocked he went there, but it shows how money orientated he is.
Yeah, true.
Chris says, I'm not a fan of Beckham, to be honest. That's why I don't watch it. Fair enough.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. Listen, I've got enough love for Beckham for the both of us, Chris. Don't you worry.
Georgie Best was the first superstar. I watched a bit of Georgie Best the other night, and Lord Jesus, that man could play. What a waste. What an absolute waste of a talent. 27, I think he retired from full-time football. 27 at the peak of his powers. Honest to God, Georgie Best is probably the best Irish player to come out of Ireland as a whole, in my opinion. Absolutely superstar. Chris, don't like anyone, says Peter Raymond. Big up, Peter. Hope you're doing, man. No, leave poor Chris alone. He does. He likes this channel. He likes Mia's channel, and he likes Tottenham. So he's a fair-minded Liverpool fan. We'll give him credit where credit's due. But him being Liverpool, you know full well he's not going to like David Beckham for one reason. Because he played for Man United. Is that somebody at your door?
No, it's the TV.
What they're watching? Is that genuine interest?
It's just I don't know what he watches. What is this, Al? I don't know. It's just some videos watching on YouTube.
Carl Simpson, do you know how many of these bands have one singer who is crap? Oh, there's a few. Oh, well, you've got Spice Girls. You've got
I think Boyzone never. That Mickey, was it Mickey? Yeah. Mikey. He wasn't a very good singer.
No, but he started. He was in the Incarnation Street. He made an acting career out of him.
No, that's the other one.
Oh yeah,
the good-looking one, the one that's a bit like a bit of a ruffian.
Yeah, there's a few. Bob. Who's Bob?
I don't know. Alex is just ignore the child.
Bob. I like Bob. Bob's a good singer. Bob the Builder was a great singer. Big up Bob. Yeah, there was a few. Yeah, there was a few. We'll get into that later. Beckham's a prat, mate. Only women like him. I like him.
How can you say that? I'm sorry. I'm going to have to disagree with you, JT. I know you're the Man United supporter, but from my eyes, not just because I think he's a good-looking guy, but some of the goals that he scored, his free kicks, the fact that he's on point with his crossing was phenomenal. The way that guy could kick the ball was amazing. I don't know why you'd think he was a prat. Honestly, I thought that he was brilliant for you. I really did. And I never understand why anyone would be against him. I would have loved him at Tottenham. His granddad was a Tottenham supporter, weren't he? So I don't know why.
His granddad wasn't he?
Yes, I just said his granddad was a Tottenham supporter. I would have loved him at Tottenham.
And Graham Souness as well started his career at Tottenham.
Yep.
It's
like I say, I don't know why a player who played for you, and did so well for you, you could call him a prat. But everyone's got their own opinion, I suppose. But I thought he was brilliant personally. I saw that one coming up.
I did too, and I sort of didn't read it properly. I tell you what, he has missed out is the podcast name for a long while. He hasn't caught me out in that, so I'm really pleased with that. It says, Dermo, you perv. That's why Bewitched got a restraining order. Look, I like Bewitched. Not a lot of people did, but I did actually.
Yeah, when they say I'll show you mine if you show me yours. Yeah, I bet you bloody did.
But there is a link between Bewitched and Westlife, actually. Because I think it's the cousin. I asked the musicological, my chief editor here. What's the link between Westlife and oh, she's got headphones on, she can't hear me. I'll find that out and let you all know. The link between Westlife and Bewitched. There is a link there. I think it's the cousin or something along them lines. But yeah, very funny.
Does anyone actually care?
I don't. People might like these things. This is useless information you can take with you to the pub and surprise your mates on a Friday or Saturday night at the pub. You can come out and you end up getting pints from it. You end up getting drunk on this information you take from this show.
Okay, let's just go on with the channel now. With the show.
On Chris Evans, TGIF, Victoria was the only one of the Spice Girls who didn't sing live. Now, that was a good show, actually. Thank God it's Friday show with Chris Evans. I used to love that. I actually don't like Beckham for other reasons that he's not Man United, but we will leave it there.
Yeah, we're just talking about his footballing career, though, aren't we? We're not talking about other stuff.
Keith Duffy. That was the fella.
That's
Keith Duffy.
Yeah,
the man with the tattoos. Chris, he's been up to no good. He's been doing dodgy stuff these days with the elites.
Like I say, we weren't talking about him personally. We're talking about him on a footballing level.
There's a midfielder available called Thiago from Liverpool. You can have him for free. Naby Keita and Thiago, the hospital bed model brothers. I don't care what snowflakes they both use.
It's because Thiago's age, man. He's a bit, he's getting on a bit, isn't he?
Yeah. Players get injured, but not like Ketia and Thiago wages. Andrew Ringo still cancelling. Well, he sang the Yellow Submarine pretty well. Give him due when it is due. The Yellow Submarine was a great song by the Beatles. We've got Rest in Peace, Georgie Best. Yeah, absolutely. I will do a show. Me and Philip Brady will do a show on Georgie Best. I tell you one thing, Mia. Even Pele said he was better than him. That's how good Georgie Best was. There was a song made about him anyway. The Belfast Boy. Good afternoon, Dermot, Mia, and everyone in the chat. Big up, Peter M. Hope you're doing well, sir. Derek Hutchison. Big up, Dermot and Mia. Carl says Shane is the twins' uncle, I believe. That's it. That was it. Good man, Carl. Always trusting you.
Well, Carl obviously knows a bit more about Bewitched than I do.
That's worrying when he's saying about me. Well, yeah. I wonder we have to do a bit of checking up on Carl. I swear to God, he's Blofeld. He's sitting there with his white cat and he's just plotting to take down channels.
He knew about the restraining order because he's got the list because he's bloody on it. That's why.
Yeah, that's true, actually. Good point, Mia. Thank you for that. Thank you for defending my honour.
I'm not defending your honour. You're still on the list as well.
Trivia wins pubs quizzes. Exactly. Thiago is shite. Yeah. When is Ronaldo injured till? Romero injured till. Now,
He's
as
not.
far as he's starting on Monday. Ronaldo is fit and available. Nice, says to FJT. People doing fake stories saying Romero.
Romero, how can you not get his
Romero.
name right?
I know. I'm sorry. I know.
It's probably because I say his name a lot.
Yeah, that's it. I don't want to know about that. You're putting thoughts in my head now, Mia. Stop. Just stop, please.
I meant about him. Honestly, you're disgusting. I just meant when we're talking about him.
Oh, I know. I was only joking. I know you.
I mean, I could say about other things in my mouth. See, that's when you get other ideas.
That's when the show just goes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I didn't say that.
You were thinking it though.
Maybe a little.
maybe not. I know useless information. Get me on the quiz night. We are going to do a quiz night on here. We will do for a laugh, and it'll be us against me, Mia, Philip. We're going to get Dave involved and Jack. We'll get a few of us involved. We'll have a quiz night in here. It'll be a good laugh. Not the only one on the list, am I? No, that's true. Me and Carla like that. That's the job. Remember the advert E for B and Georgie Best. I think a bit before my time, but I'll have a look for that. Liverpool fans need to start apologising to Didi Hamann about Thiago. He was right, and he has the last laugh. Yeah, that is so true. And Derek Hutchinson said, Georgie Best, poetry in motion. Rest in peace. Yeah, absolutely. Mia after Romero, cock. Never mind. Bastard. Again. And Next Level English, haven't seen you for a while, but big up Next Level English, haven't seen you for a while. Right, Mia, let's crack on with the show. She's saying, thank Christ for that. Right, let's start with the news. Now, this has been going around a little bit. Tottenham Hotspur, Qatari takeover update. Journalists confirm talks, but says Sheikh Jazam isn't considering a move. Now, here is the article. This is it. An update on Tottenham Hotspur Qatari takeover has been issued by one journalist who has confirmed discussions but said that a move from Sheikh Jaman is not imminent. Sheikh Jaman's 992 Foundation were interested in buying the entirety of Manchester United but pulled out of the running earlier this week. Instead, Ineos billionaire Sir Jim Ratcliffe looks set to purchase 1.3 billion stake in the Red Devils for around 25% control. Sheikh Jaman is not currently considering another club. 92 Foundation haven't held discussions on buying Spurs or Inter. Jacobs confirmed on social media. Meanwhile, QSI did hold early talks with Spurs in January over a minority investment. Nothing progressed, and any deal is unlikely to be revived. Mia, look, firstly, we couldn't see Tottenham being sold as long as there's the sun in the sky. Do you think if the right money came in, Levy could sell the club?
No. Okay, right money, I guess. But I think he's been very cautious about selling. I think they're very cautious.
Yeah. Look, for me, Mia, look, it's this. Look, there's fans that want him out for a good reason. And there's fans like us in the middle who will give him credit when he does well and slag him off when he does bad. And there's fans that love him. So there's three sections of fan base here. If there was ever a sale, who do you think it would? Which fan base would be happier? And would the Levy people that he can do no wrong, would that upset them? Do you know what I mean? It's very hard to know. Who would it please? A takeover.
A lot of people, because a lot of people want Levy out. I haven't actually come across anybody who's actually specifically said, I want Levy to stay. So I just don't think those people exist. I think people want change, but also some people will understand that you're not going to get him out. So that's why they're not Levy out. I don't know if anyone specifically thinks that he's been particularly good when it comes to all the things that he has done. So I think that you'd be surprised. I think a lot of people would be pleased, but would it? And the thing is, though, you just don't know when someone comes in what they're going to do. So it's really difficult, isn't it?
Is it under these perceptions that they're going to get a sheikh owner commit, pardon me, or somebody from the Middle East is going to chuck billions and billions and billions at buying the best players like Mapai and players like that? It doesn't always work, Mia, does it? You look at Man City are probably an exception to the rule for what's happening up there. United have spent and spent and spent, but look at them. They're so much in debt that the stadium has fallen around. And then you've got Daniel Levy, who, okay, has not spent much on the team. We haven't won anything since 2008, but we've got one of the best stadiums in the world, one of the best training facilities in the world, and we're financially stable for the first time in our history. So do you have to get them ducks in order first before you can start focusing on the team instead of focusing on the team and forgetting about putting your ducks in order?
I think what has happened is that when we moved and changed to build the stadium, I think that money obviously was going elsewhere, so we couldn't build the team and we had to wait. But to get more money, we had to have the bigger stadium, so it kind of was like getting your ducks in a row, but obviously at the detriment of the team, which Daniel Levy did say that wouldn't happen. But Danny Coyes didn't really come up with the goods. But I heard that players were offered to Poch, but he didn't want them. So I don't know. We're never going to know the absolute truth, are we? It's a bit of he said, she said. But the way I see it, normally the truth is somewhere in the middle from both of them. So.
But do you think also, Mia, that financially we had to be secure? That's the most important thing, that our club is secure. And everything else just follows. But you can understand fans being upset that we're not won anything, but if you use your argument, we've got to finals, we've got to semi-finals, either for a kick here or a kick there. We could have won something. We could have won 2 leagues, a Champions League, and have couple of League Cups and an FA Cup. So, do you feel it's? Look, for me, I think it's a bit unfair at the abuse Levy gets some of the time. I think off the field, he's done brilliant. On the field, there's so much to improve for him on the pitch, what he's got to do back in managers. But now we've got a decent manager, Mia, in Postecoglou, and the team are playing well. We're top of the league. Do you feel finally he's got it right? He's now got it right. He's got the right manager, the right team in place now to push this club forward on the pitch to be successful.
I think that we need to see continuation of this progress. I feel like we've made progress, but we haven't made enough progress. I feel like that we need to continue making this progress before I will honestly say that I think things are changing. I think that will be a sign in the future if we do manage to keep the team, getting players out, building a good squad for Ange. I think that will tell you a lot about it. So when that happens, I can 100% say things have changed. For now, we've made improvements, but we need to continue that.
Yeah. I want to say big up to Tequila. Hello, everyone. Alistair Gold here. I can't do it. Can you do it, me? You do a brilliant Alistair Gold.
Hello, Alistair Gold here. That's what it does.
I'm just gonna. We'll do a show with. Is Alistair Gold as you, right? And we'll have Mia doing it. And let's see, could she do it properly? Honest to God.
I need to watch more of his videos because I don't tend to watch them closely. No. So I need to watch that intro very closely to try and get his facial expressions and stuff. But basically, they'll go, "Hello, everyone. Hello, Alistair Gold here."
Now, can I just put for me and Mia, he does fantastic work on his channel.
Yes, absolutely.
He does fantastic work as a journalist. We'd love to have him on, actually. Me and Mia would love on our channels. So if you are watching, Alistair, we'd love to have you on. What are you looking at?
Would I? I don't know. Unless he wants to times 2 himself, then times 10.
I've just got this vision in my head now. Mia interviewing Alistair Gold. Hello, Alistair. How are you? Hello, Mia. How are you?
No, because I'll be like, "Hello, Alistair. How are you?" And he'll be like, "Hi, I'm okay." I'll be like, "I'm just going to get a cup of tea while you finish your sentence."
If you're watching, we do like you, Alistair.
We like you, Alistair. It's just that you're not for me because I haven't got ×10 on my phone. Otherwise, I would listen to you. But ×2 is not fast enough for me.
Mia's got this thing of listen everything in ×2. I listened to one of your voice messages, right, in ×2. It was the funniest thing I have heard. And you sound like Minnie Mouse on ecstasy. That's what you said on cocaine or something, right? You just sound.
I listen to everybody like that, so it's really funny sometimes. People with certain accents and stuff. It's hilariously funny to listen to them in ×2. Or when people do singing, they do like a little singing like thing on the voice note and do it in ×2. It's really funny.
Don't worry. No way Levy's going to sell Spurs. There's too much money to be made. Exactly. Sure. FT Jen says, Ange don't lose games. No, he doesn't. Newcastle. Now, there's a team that have spent wisely, to be fair, with their owners. They really have. We got Danny Boy or the Sheikh. Pick your poison. If I can narrow you down, Mia, to one or the other, who would you go with?
I'd rather stick with the known than the unknown because I don't know enough about them to know what their intentions are, and that's what worries me. Although I want him to change, I want things to change, and I'm hoping that change will now happen. But I don't know what they will come in and do because they might even come in and say we don't want Postecoglou. They might come in and say actually we don't want Postecoglou. Then what you're going to like? Everyone's going to be like, hold up a sec, we all love Postecoglou.
We want Zidane instead.
But, this is what I'm saying. I know.
Yeah. Shake your money, Levy, says Derek. I like that. Shake your money.
If we had an investment, that's different. A partial investment, I think, will be different.
Yeah. Levy will get abuse if the team doesn't play well and we don't have a good new signing. I will start again if injuries mean we have to play Dyer and he makes costly mistakes. Yeah.
Of course.
Peter Ram also says Ali Gold has been more remarkably upbeat recently. Not so many hangdog. Hello everybody. Hello everyone. Alistair Gold here.
Okay, goes. Hello, Alistair Gold here. That's a better version.
Are you going to start singing or something? It sounds like you were singing there.
That's like what he sounds like when he's been upbeat. That's my version of upbeat Ali Gold.
Get Ali Gold's dog Indy on. Oh, okay. All right.
Doggos are the best.
Yeah. Tequila, LOL, Demo Mia, great stuff. Paul Gold. Yeah.
Sorry, I do like him. He seems like a really lovely guy, but I just
he does.
Yeah.
If Levy doesn't sell Eric, he will be in dire strait. Oh, that's good. I like that.
Very good.
Very good. That's a good one, Derek. I like that. Chris is saying majority of Liverpool fans would love to snatch the Qatari owners from Man United. While I couldn't care less, I'm the only one who's not desperate for FSJ to leave. A bit like Levy was Spurs, to be honest. It is a bit, Mia, of the devil you know, the devil you don't, isn't it?
Mm.
Where the unknown can be quite scary. The unknown can be quite daunting. But it'd be nice to see Tottenham dine at the top table instead of always be at the bottom there getting the scraps from it.
Would it? Right. So my theory on this is right. Would you rather do it? Okay, we will. Maybe if we did a Newcastle, we're spending wisely and stuff. But would you rather do it would you rather go into the Louis Vuitton shop and buy a handbag or a bag, because they do men's bags in there too, and win it and do it with the lottery money? Or once you save that money up and you've worked hard, it means more when you do win it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if you do it the right way and don't have sugar daddy to give you the money, it feels better because you feel like we did it the right way. Does that make sense?
It does. As long as Levy is update with the fans, keeps buying the players and keeps backing Postecoglou, I don't think I have a problem. It's when he stops. I mean, he made mistakes on the Conte, he made mistakes on the Mourinho, he made mistake on the Nuno. The last decent manager probably before that was Harry Redknapp and Martin Jol. Now, a lot of fans cannot forgive him for sacking Jol at half-time. But I think we need to move on from that.
Can I just say, I was watching something the other day and they said that maybe he knew he was going to be sacked, but he wasn't actually technically sacked. There was no proof of that. So.
No. But just have to wait and see. But look,
Like
I
I
agree.
said, I want it to be continuation of it for me to believe that stuff has changed. Like, I'm not being naive. I want
No.
things to continue before I believe anything's changed. So please don't anybody twist my words, because that's not what I'm saying.
No.
I'm saying he needs to prove that he's going to do this for the future, not just the here and now.
I think you and me are on the same boat on that, Mia. We want to see proof of change. We want to see him continuing. I mean, the summer we've had wasn't a bad summer. We've got now people in place now to do jobs. He doesn't have to get involved in the transfer market anymore. He's just got to supply the money to the chief executive, to the football director, and Ange to go and buy the players you want. And we'll leave it to you lot to do it. Now, if you can do that and just concentrate on the business side, leave the football to footballers side, I think I'll give him a chance. But as soon as he starts sticking his oar in and mucking things up, that's when I think the gloves will be off, to be fair. We just got Chris saying Arsenal fans wanted Kroenke out 2 years ago. Now look at them. Nothing. That is very true.
Very true.
That is very true.
Things can change. Things
yeah.
can change.
The only issue with Ali Gold is the length of his videos.
That's because it takes so long to talk.
Yeah.
If it was me doing the videos, it'd be half the time.
Tequila said, "You talk so slow, Peter." And then a sentence takes him 2 minutes to say.
Tequila's on my. It's the same. Me and you, Tequila. We're shaking hands right now because we're on the same page, man. That is, he does.
Yeah, he does. I could just imagine him going, "Hello, Mia. How are you today? Are you happy with Spurs?" Ruff, ruff, ruff. That's the dog barking. New owners would be. Yeah, completely lost the plot. I'm a squirrel. They're coming to get me. New owners would be idiots to sack Ange. Let keep things as they are for now. Exactly.
But they would, Peter. But we don't know that that's not what they would do.
No.
That's the problem, isn't it? You don't know. They would be idiots, but they might come in and think, I want to do it my way. I want to get my manager in. So you just don't know.
You see, it's like they'll come in, right, and the owners say, what, we want, say, Zidane, who's not in the job at the moment. We want him to take over. Well, look, there's a billion for you to spend on players. And then the big players will come to because you've got a big name manager. But would we get success out of that? We don't know. Would we get success with Ange? We may do. Do you know, it's very hard. I don't want owners to come in. We're on a good thing at the moment. We're on top of the league. We're unbeaten. We've got players that want to play for the manager, want to play for us fans, and a manager that wants to be there for us and the club. He wants to do well for the club. He's not like Conte doing us a favour. He wants to be there. And we should let things roll as they go. I mean, we could have a really successful season, qualifying for the Champions League and winning the FA Cup. What more could you want? Come on. Chris says, I think majority of our fans are clueless. FSG have backed us and still have backed us. I'm probably the only in the minority defend FSG, obviously, apart from putting ticket prices off. That is so true. 4 months is not a long enough time to say he's changed or not. Talk to me next year, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, but that's what I think as well, Tequila. I'm completely agreeing. I'm in agreement with you on that.
Levy will be in the background pulling the strings. Of course he will. Absolutely, of course he will. And then we've got Peter Rem saying, I heard that City were looking into Ange some time ago. That's a rather good reference.
And Brighton wanted him, but he said no because it was mid-season. He didn't want to leave mid-season. So and Brighton were looking at him too.
Yeah, so very lucky. Now, Mia, we did do this yesterday. The team, I found a team again today, and it's the same team basically that I picked up yesterday, Mia. You still don't agree with it, I know that. Now, Ange has had his press conference. He does say a bit about Horby. I am going to bring it up. But do you still stand by your statement yesterday of changing the team?
Absolutely.
I love that. Well, look, let's bring up Ange now. This is, of course, and there he is. Look at him. Look at Ange. Look at him. A perfect specimen of us as Mia's getting her notes ready. How professional she is. She should be working on Sky Sports News. Yeah.
No, they're just my notes for the map when I do my preview for the game.
There's Ange. Look at him. Very angry looking at the press when he sees Levy saying there's no money to spend in January, Ange. That's Ange's face. So, Levy, remember that. That's what Ange is going to look like. Anyway, of course, it's called Ange Spurs Question Time, a new part on the Friday show. And he says, can I get your thoughts on Johan Lang's appointment and what he will bring to Tottenham as your plan for the future? Mia, do you want to read that? If I read the questions, we can read the answers out. So we do it that way.
I've had a good couple of chats with Johan, and now since he's been appointed, I think it's fair to say it's a position we needed to fill. And with all the big football clubs, they become such an important part of the function, knowing that for the most part that with the recruitment these days, there aren't too many hidden gems out there. Everyone knows what's out there, and having people who are really adept and qualified in seeking out the ones who will be good fit for us is really important. That's Johan's brief, and I'm looking forward to him getting started. Obviously, we've got to the January window, not too far around the corner, so I'm sure that he'll be keen to get involved as well.
Look, very quickly on this, Mia, we'll go through each answering question just briefly. Should we now be looking at January now, starting to build up what we want in January, who we need, and probably go for the plays we couldn't get in the summer? Do you think that would be the brief around January?
Yeah, I think January, I reckon we're going to have to get some players out, I think, before we get any in, I'm going to be honest. So we'll have to wait and see who does actually come in. But yeah, I think that we need to make a plan. We need to get a centre back. And that's the most important one, in my opinion.
Yeah. Now, this one I will read myself, and then the next one, mate. Højbjerg was linked to Fulham on transfer day, was asked, but it continues to play a key role for you since and reminded the ultimate professionalism. How impressed have you been by his professionalism? Now, Ange goes on to say, I mean, in terms of him going anywhere, I don't think there was any time during the transfer window where I thought Perry would move. The discussions I had with him were that he was here and he wanted to contribute. He wanted to be part of what we are building. It is obvious someone that has played regularly would have wanted to play more, but ultimately, our performances have been strong and he has to bide his time. He's also has been very important in a lot of the games that we've won late or had to shore up late. He's been one of those people who has helped us out to do that. It's not like he hasn't contributed at all. He's been a really important part for us. We wouldn't be in this position if we weren't just reliant on our starting 11. Fair to say, if games have finished at the 80th minute mark, we would not be top spot. It's not just him, but all the guys. It is something we impressed on all of them. That as disappointed as you are not starting, it doesn't mean you're not playing. You are still playing at some point, and I want you to do those minutes and help us be successful and push their own cause. Look, for me, Mia, we are going to do a show in this, you and me, on Højbjerg. Look, for me, I think Højbjerg has been well when he's come on. He's done a good job. And I think that just proves by Ange praising him, and he deserves his praise. But I'm sure you're going to find an anti-Højbjerg.
Not an anti-Højbjerg, but he said the same thing about Kane wanting to contribute and blah, 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 that he didn't want to leave. So do I believe that he doesn't want to leave? No. Pierre wants to leave because he doesn't have the time, that he's not playing enough time for him. So I think he wants to leave. The reports all say he wants to leave. Let him go because we can get someone better. Yeah, he can shore it up, but we don't want players that shore it up. We want players to play the Ange way, regardless.
Yeah,
so
if you're going like 86 minutes and you need to defend a 1-0 lead, mate, and you know you have to defend,
but
like
that's not what Ange does. Ange doesn't defend a 1-0 lead. Ange likes to play Ange ball, but if you haven't got the players to continuously play that, you have to try and defend the lead because you haven't got the players off the bench to do it. But if you have the players off the bench who come and play Ange ball, we would go on to try and push to win the game. Another goal. That's what Ange does. We never stop.
I agree with you. We do never stop, and we should never stop. But I think Højbjerg has been part of that success, and I think he should get the credit he deserves. That's my. But look, Mia, we are going to do this probably over the weekend. This Højbjerg, Mia and Dermot's thoughts on Højbjerg. I know it's going to be a cracking show, so I'm looking forward to that. Philip is going to be the referee, by the way. He's going to have to keep us apart, a bit like Mills Lane back in the day. What kind of role can Gil Messi play for you over the coming months? Now, I'll let you read this out. Gil Messi is now back in the start in the team training. I think it's great to have him back. I think this lad's got so much potential. And under Ange, he will flourish like a flower. He will blossom into the great player Gil Messi.
Can I read it now, please?
Yeah, of course.
He can be a really important player for us. He's only one, like I said, and the last couple of weeks has been great to have him, just working really hard at training. He's missed all this season so far, and it's well chronicled. I don't know that we've lost Ivan and Manor, who plays in that left wing position. Having Brian fit and available again is great for us. He's I guess in the same boat as everyone else, because at some point he'll be forwarded an opportunity, and then it's up to him. He certainly has all the criteria and the credentials to play in that position for us. Like I said, his training is getting stronger now. He's part of the group, and I'm sure he'll get an opportunity. We've got a Monday night game, and then we back it up with a Friday night game. So we'll probably need a good deal of the squad to do those two games in the next 5 or 6 days.
Yeah, look, for me, I think Brian Hill has got such a potential, Mia, to really become a great player. Do you think he'll get that under Ange? Do you think Ange will be the first manager to really believe in him?
I think when it comes to Hill, he'll get a chance. If Ange doesn't think he's good enough, he won't play. And I do still think he needs to get a bit stronger. I still don't think he's strong enough for the league. I think he needs to get a bit more strength in him. So we'll have to see how he is, to see if he gets knocked off the ball when he does play a game. I think, like I say, he won't play him if he doesn't think he's good enough. And if he does get an opportunity, he just won't play him again. That's my opinion.
Next Level English says, oh, for God's sake, when will people get over Hill, GLC, and other players we overhype? He'll never do in England. He might win another EL if he's lucky. Look, and he did go on to say also, Philip is a good player, no doubt. Just prefer to get more exciting players with more potential. But look, on this Brian Hill bit, he'll never get. Can people get over Hill and Lo Celso and all other players who are overhyped? He'll never do it in England. Do you think he can do it in England?
I don't know. I think he needs to be stronger. I really do. I think he needs to really get some strength in him, because I just don't see him lasting. I just don't know. I think he hasn't got it in him yet. And I don't know if he's ready for the Prem. I'm going to be honest. As much as I think he's really good, and I think Ange would love him as a player, but he just needs a little bit more to him, I think.
I agree with you, Mir. I would love him to make it. I would love him to make it at Tottenham, but I think I agree with the chat. I think by January he'd be gone. I think he's more suited to the Spanish league or a European league than he is to the Premier League, sadly. But look, we all live in hope Gil Messi can rise to the top. Of course he can. During the break, he was asked, you won the Premier League Manager of the Month for the September. As the start to the season's gone better than expected, what you think is achievable for these players? Now, very quickly, he starts saying both these questions are predetermined by some target. I may or may not have had. I didn't have a target, so where R is, where we are. We really had really encouraging start to the season, and it's an honor to receive the Manager of the Month. But that's sports of representatives of a larger group of people. The coaching staff, the football department are working really hard at the moment to create an environment and training base for the players to perform. Fair to say, apart from the results, which have been pleasing, I think we've had a level of performance in every game which has made us really competitive against all opponents, home and away. We had some eventful games within that context, but that's the kind given us a real strong foundation in terms of character and resilience of the group. It's been an encouraging start. Where that leads us, well, find out. Mia, is it really important that we don't get carried away with the start we've had? We've had good starts to seasons before, and we fell off. Is it a case of we have to take it game by game, week by week with Tottenham this season? and main qualify for the Champions League first and foremost. But if anything else happens apart from that, is an absolute bonus. Is that the way we should be looking at it for the rest of the season?
I think even if we get Champions League, that would be an absolute bonus. I think that this season for me, I still said 6th, 7th. I'm not going to change on that. I think that people need to remember that we are going to have bumps in the road. That is inevitable and it will happen. So I just, like I say, feel that people need to get their feet a little bit on the ground and just go with the flow, like one game at a time. That's what I would say. But everyone's entitled to obviously think what they wish, do what they wish. But me personally, I'm keeping my feet on the ground and taking things one game at a time.
Look,
and not saying we're going to win the league, because I think that is preposterous in my opinion.
I said in our preview show before the season started that we're finishing the top 2 or 3, and I'm standing by that. I said to in that preview show, we'll find it and clip it, that we would finish in the top 3. And I think we will. I think we're good enough to finish in the top 3. I think we've got a good enough team to finish in the top 3. I think we can add to that in January, like we did a couple of seasons ago with Kuvaseski and Bentancur. And they moved us on to top 4 that season, Mia. So, look, if we can add to it in January, get out more of the deadwood. Are you more looking at next season for us to challenge, or the season after the challenge for the league? Or do you think Postecoglou's got it into his head, we just add a few more players here and we can go places? Do you think we should be excited for the next 2 to 3, 4 years?
I think we can be excited what Postecoglou wants to do. He wants to build a squad that's going to continuously challenge. So that's going to take time. And Postecoglou's got no ceilings. He doesn't set times. So he won't be thinking about next season. He's going to be thinking about this season. He's thinking about the here and now. He's not worried about next season yet. So I don't think we should be either. I think we should just look at this season, see what happens first.
I mean, you're kind of right saying there's no one in this league this season that's looked that good, and that's true. We just have to keep going on about our business and see what happens. Look, Man City haven't looked that good, Mia. Liverpool haven't. Man United obviously startering. Chelsea are startering under Poch. I'm surprised Poch is still in charge, to be fair.
Well, they've won their last 3 games, so he might have a bit of a breather.
He might have a breather, yeah. But I see we've got Peter Rams saying, if we're still in the top 3 after intense Christmas program, then we can talk serious about a tight challenge. In 2019, we fell away after losing at Burnley on the 23rd to 2nd, 19. So it's never certain that's true. I honestly think our first team could win the league, but we will get injuries and we will reduce our first team to the top 8 team. No more. Look, as I said, it depends what we do in January. January is going to be very important for us, Mia, and also getting Christmas out of the way. If we can get a good between now and January, get a good run of games together, pick up points, say at Man United, Man City, Liverpool. Don't lose them games, but win the games we can win and pick up points where we can pick up points. We could be in a pretty serious position by January. And then after January, it's all about keeping consistent to the end of the season, isn't it?
We're not winning the league regardless, so I don't know. Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you're looking at Champions League, it's about
Champions League. I think we'll be lucky to get 5th. I think if we get 5th, that'd be a massive achievement.
Do you really still believe that? Do you really still stand by that?
Yep, I stand by that because I know there's going to be bumps. This is too early in the season to be getting this confident.
We know there'll be bumps in the road, Mia, but
because it doesn't take. Listen, it only takes a few games, us losing a few games and others winning, that we drop right down in that table, Dermo. But don't forget, it's all very close in points at the moment. So it takes. So for it to go and be kind of like separated by a certain amount of points, it's going to be a while. So I think that it's too early. Even so, it doesn't take a lot of games for you to lose and the others to catch up. So
I think the way I'm looking at it is because we've had so much in the doldrums. I think once we've had a good start to the season, all the good feel good factor for managing, everything's right. You are right to say it takes a defeat, and we shouldn't be complacent. I agree with you on that. But I think if we can pick up the wins where we can pick up, Mia, and add to that squad in January, I think we could be in the good. I think we will get Champions League. I think Liverpool are gonna. I think Chelsea won't be challenging for Champions League. They'll be in their bouts for the Europa
I
League.
think they could be, because
No, I
don't
don't
forget,
think so.
like I say, but we've said that about Poch nearly got sacked for us, and then it all come good. Listen, don't underestimate what they can do. They've got players back now. I'm not going to take anybody lightly. They're starting to click a little bit better now. Nobody's looked fantastic. However, they could easily go on a run and win games, just like any other club could.
Yeah,
So
we could do the same. Yeah, look, I don't look. I think it's gonna be one of them seasons, Mia, where I think some teams will struggle, and we'd be there. Look, we'd be there if we can pick up the points to be there and thereabouts. I think it's going to be an interesting Premier League season, and see. Nobody's going to beat Man City to the league. Let's all be sensible about this. Man City's going to walk the league. They're too good. They're too strong. Got too much money behind them. They can go out and buy who they want. Newcastle are going to be there and thereabouts. Brighton are going to be there and thereabouts. I think we can be in that bracket with Newcastle and Brighton. I think Chelsea and Liverpool will be on their coattails. And as you say, if Chelsea get a run of games, but I think with Chelsea, the problem is they've got too many players. They've got a manager that didn't cope with it very well at PSG with egos. And he's got the same now problem at Chelsea. Liverpool will be there and thereabouts because Jurgen Klopp will get that team firing. There's no shape or form. Ten Hag at United, they're in the meltdown. We all know that because of the Glazers and whatever. So I think Ten Hag's going to be in for a very hard season at United. But we should not forget Brighton, Newcastle will be there and thereabouts. Chelsea could be there and thereabouts, but I don't think they will. But I think for the Champions League, we're in a fight with Arsenal, Brighton, Newcastle, and I forget another team as well that's in that. Who's in that top six, Mia? Am I missing that one?
I think you're missing those scumbags down the road.
No, I did mention them, sadly. Who am I missing?
Well, anyway, listen.
Anyway, look,
I've got to agree with Next Level English. Top six seems bad today, but seemed good when Kane left a few months ago. Everyone was saying we're going to be rubbish without Kane. We're going to be near to the relegation. Now everyone's changing their tune. Listen, I'm sticking to my guns because I've not changed what I've said at all. So I'm sticking to that.
I'm sticking to mine that we're finishing the top three. And I said that at the start of the season, man, and I'm sticking to it now. I don't think
I can. You're deluded.
Yeah, I am deluded. I don't care if you call me deluded. Okay. I don't give a shit. I'm quite happy being deluded. I love living in Dermot.
It's fine. Listen, I'm not calling. I'm just joking around when I say that to Dermot because I say people are happy to be whatever they need to be, but I'm taking it game by game and just enjoying the football at the minute.
I will hold my hands up and say you were. Look, I was never on that hype train of we're going to suffer without Harry Kane there. I always said we'll be all right. Harry Kane, Jimmy Greaves left and we survived. Glenn Hoddle left, we survived. Harry Kane leaves, we will survive.
Of course.
Tottenham will survive. But I always said we needed a striker in. But I'm now coming around to your idea about we don't need that big name striker. And I think you're right to point that out. Because I think you've got Sonny, you've got Richarlison, you've got other players that can contribute to scoring goals. And if you look at it that way, if we can buy that striker that can get them goals when it's a 0-0 and step up where for Sonny doesn't step up or a Madison doesn't, we'll be cooking. Because we got a great defence, Mia. Our midfield is sorted. I think the only thing we need sorting out is a striker and another centre-back to cover for Romero and VDV. So I think we're not that far away from we're not that far away from a team that could consistently get into the Champions League and consistently challenge the top.
When we're in the Champions League, we need a squad. Our squad needs to be much stronger. We need Højbjerg to go and get another one in. We need someone else in to be a creative midfielder, someone who can create. We need to make sure that we've got all the positions are covered by having a good player that can come off the bench. Not an elite player, but a good player. At the minute, our bench is a bit meh. So I feel that we're not going to get anywhere until we get a squad. And that's going to take time. And I'm happy with that. If we got Europa, I would be happy with that because I think that's less pressure. Because if you've got Europa, it's less pressure than the Champions League. What does Champions League really mean, right? We're not going to win it, but money. Yeah, I understand that obviously the money helps, but what I'm trying to say to you is that if we get in Europa and do well and win it, we're automatically in the Champions League next season. That would be a much better way of doing it. Much better.
I went to the Champions League quarter-final against AC Milan, Mia, and it was like the atmosphere when we went over there last year. It was the atmosphere. Long time since I've been to a game on the European night. It was great to see other fans there from another country. The whole atmosphere. The only thing that let us down was the players, the manager, and the fucking game. Excuse my language. But it was the whole atmosphere of the Champions League, and we were there a couple of days building up to it, man. You can see the whole building up to the stadium changing into a Champions League. But yeah, I agree with you. I think I do agree with you. The squad needs building. I don't agree with you with Højbjerg. We will get on to that, but I do agree with you. Some other players have to be moved out, and some other players have to be moved in.
But why? We can't stick with Højbjerg, who doesn't play the Ange style. It's madness. It's like saying that we'll stick with Eric Dyer. I'm not trying to compare them as players. How bad, like Eric Dyer's bad because he's terrible, but he doesn't play the Ange way. Why do we want him?
Because Højbjerg has been more reliable than Eric Dyer has.
Right,
Højbjerg has come just because he doesn't fit into your.
He doesn't fit into Ange's team because obviously he would get in otherwise.
Ange said it himself when he needed to shore up that, like
to shore up, not play Ange ball.
When he needed to shore up, Mia, to get the points in for the say 85th minute, bring on Højbjerg. He does a job for you. He's there.
Right.
He's been ever present.
Okay, I'll give you another example. Ben Davies. We all know that Ben Davies is a bit of a meh player. He's a bit vanilla. He does the job. I get it, and I feel bad. I like Ben Davies. Got nothing against him. Just like I'm with Højbjerg, but they're not good enough. We can't hold on to these players that are not good enough. We need to get rid of them and get players in that are going to play the Ange way. So when they come on, they can continue and play the Ange way. We don't want them to come on and play the Met way. Yeah, because that's not what Ange
If you look at Højbjerg and you look at Ben Davies, would you class them as sort of like a James Milner type player?
Yeah.
Do you know what they?
And Liverpool fans have been saying for ages they need to get rid of him because James Milner's not good enough.
He did a job. Højbjerg's done a job for it.
But they didn't want him at Liverpool. Liverpool fans don't want him because he's not good enough. So
but you've seen in the press conference, Mia, that Postecoglou's happy with him. Look, I defend Højbjerg. I defend Højbjerg to the end of the earth.
Listen, when Postecoglou, he's a smart guy. He's not going to drop him in it. Just like he wouldn't with Dyer. He would never say anything against Eric Dyer. He wouldn't say anything against Harry Kane when he was going to leave. He wouldn't do that because he doesn't do that. He doesn't fit into the Ange system. That's why he's not getting in the team. We need someone better off the bench so we can say, look, so-and-so's coming off, but we don't matter because we've got this player. Not, Højbjerg's coming on. Right, this is going to be rubbish.
There's a few people different. I'm going to bring up all your comments in a minute. We are going to get into it on the show by itself. Me and Mia Højbjerg for Højbjerg against. So I'm going to get my stats ready. Mia's going to get her stats ready. We're going to go head to head.
It's not just about stats because the stats you're going to find maybe stats to fit your narrative. I can fit them to do my narrative. So the problem with that.
It's for me that I think Højbjerg does a better job than a lot of people give him credit for. He was ever present. Well, look, we will part that.
Listen, I can go and do my job at Sainsbury's, but it doesn't mean that I'm the best at what I do, does it? Right. Just because I do the job.
Yeah. Okay. No, fair enough. Look, I respect your argument where you're coming from, and I know you respect mine. But we are gonna go at this.
Yeah. I respect it. I don't agree.
Yeah, I know you won't agree, but you know. I still like you. You're still a great friend. So there you go. We'll just park that one day. Unfortunately, Sancho will outlast Ten Hag. Would you take Sancho at Tottenham?
I used to say it, and I thought I sort of flip-flopped on it because I think he might have a bit of a bad attitude. I don't know Ange would like that.
No, I don't think so. We've got Chris saying, I'm still sticking with the top four from the start of the season, or the City, Liverpool, Arsenal, Spurs. I think we'll finish above Arsenal. I don't think Arsenal are anything that special, actually, to be fair. We've got Peter Ram. I'm not sure about needing a striker, given that Richie isn't firing. He may come good.
I don't know. I think if he don't come good by summer, I do feel like we're gonna end up selling him.
I think by next summer, definitely. Next year, Legends, I thought Ange was a bad appointment. We would really struggle. I've been proved massively wrong, but betting on Spurs to disappoint and mess things up is always a very safe. But I don't think so. I think Tottenham will not do that this year. We need to Yaha. We need a Yaha. I don't know what that means. Sort of play. I think Carl's on the funny tablets again. I think.
Yaya's in Yaya Toure, surely.
Oh, Yaya Toure. Is that what he means?
It must be. That's what I
Why don't you just put Toure in there? I don't know, Carl. Stop drinking the beer. Drink coffee. Sober up. I'm joking, Carl. I am joking. Yeah, European football, and I will be happy with that to start. Yeah, probably. Remember the summer, almost everyone's leaving out. I back January Levy to turn things around. We have to admit he's done it brilliantly from top to bottom. Right. I'm going to give him credit because he has done something that he hasn't done in a long time. He's got the right people in place, Mir. But it does not make up for the disastrous stuff he's done in the past. Is this a good start? He must build in this start, mustn't he? That's where you, me, are really coming from on this.
Yeah, absolutely. He has to continue and prove it to me. He can't just do it for a little bit.
Mia, who can we get realistically that would be an immediate upgrade on Højbjerg? What about that player from the player we're after, that midfielder we're after in the summer, Mia?
There's a young guy who's 19 that we're after. His name eludes me, but next level English, go over to Spurs Between the Lines and look through my videos because I actually have got him on there.
Is it Nico Williams?
No, Nico Williams is Nico Williams not?
I think he's a striker.
No, he's more. He's an attacking player. I'm sure. Anyway, if you go look on my videos, you'll see all the different players that we've been linked to.
As you can see, Mia, as you can see, Mia just get us rarely just a slight plug in there. Big up, Mia. Højbjerg doesn't fit the Ange system. Derek Hutchinson leaves you. Agrees with you. Davis much more yieldy player. Davis is he is. I will give you that. Yeah. Got to use this January transfer window to replace the Deadwood on the bench. We need backups that will perform rather than make
Deadwood on the bench, including Højbjerg, but don't say it too loud.
Højbjerg ain't going nowhere.
Deadwood.
Dyer out.
Get Dyer out as well, mate.
Definitely, we agree with that. Ange can't say players are shit. LOL. Yeah, he can. I would. Mia works at Sainsbury's. Which one?
I mean, if I told you, then that'd be a bit stalkery. But I could if I did work at Sainsbury's, I might not. I might work at Tesco's or Aldi. You never know.
You never know. You might work in Panlam too. Spurs and Arsenal are the closest they've been together in years. Yeah. Tequila says Yaya Toure. Yeah. You are a football fan. You should know what Yaya is. I thought it was Yaya Bling from Star Wars, Carl. That's where I was going with that. Look at Mia. She's like working at Sky Sports.
No, because I'm being told that if I can't remember his name, it can't be an upgrade. That's because Next Level English, I do so many videos with so many different names and they come in my head and out my head because I have to learn how to pronounce them and everything. And then they just
can I just say, Mia is also a mum as well for 2 kids, and she does this in the spare time. So give her a break. She does great shows on her channel, by the way.
His name is, I think this is the midfield that we're talking about, is that Arthur Vermeeren.
Oh, him.
Yeah.
I know who you're on about now. Oh, he would be an upgrade.
He plays for Royal Antwerp currently, and he is 18 years old. Yeah. So there we go. I do know my stuff. It's just because, like I say, look, I write it all down. Look, I write it all down, so I've got notes.
Tequila says, so let's not get carried away with how smart Danny Boy is.
Yeah, it's all right. I'm not getting over the top with him. Don't worry. I'm level-headed about it.
Yeah, so am I. I tell you what Levy reminds me of, right? He reminds me of Boise out of Only Fools and Horses, right? That's who he reminds me of. I don't know why. He just reminds me of a dodgy car man from Peckham, right? Selling you a dodgy motor. That's Daniel Levy. And then yeah, and then yo says Scottish Baller too. Big up Scottish Baller too. Hope you join us for the rugby tonight as we do the first semi-final, Argentina against New Zealand. And then we've got what's that?
Van Meeren. That's the guy that's what I just said from Royal Antwerp. So yeah, he's somebody. We've been looking at Conor Gallagher. We've been looking at Phillips as well.
Yeah,
so
I
there are other
options. Gallagher at Tottenham. I really wouldn't actually. I think he's a good player.
I don't think he's going to come, Conor Gallagher, but there are other options basically that are definitely better than Højbjerg for sure.
And the last one of the show is LOL Dermo. I wouldn't buy a car from Levy, no, wouldn't I? Mia, do you want to give your channel a plug there? Where can people find you? Of course, over on Spurs Between the Lines.
Over at Spurs Between the Lines, I do my daily videos to do with transfers, and I do look up all their stats. I look into them. I'm quite in depth as much as I can do. If I don't know who they are, I like to get everyone's opinions on them as well. If you know them better than me, because like I said, I don't know every single player. I really just don't have the time for it. If I had someone to come around and clean my house and look after the kids, I maybe have a bit more time on my hands, but I don't. So I definitely don't watch all players all the time. So yeah, I think that for me, I like to have those conversations when people come on my videos and we have a chat about stuff. So yeah. Please come over. If you like the person I am, the kind of way I come across, then subscribe. If you don't, that's all good.
Yeah, everyone please get over to Spurs Between the Lines and give our little sister channel a plug, a like and subscribe. So I like to call Mia's channel. We're like the big brother.
Little sister me, right? Listen, I just call you boy. I don't care if you're older than me, boy. Right? Don't start.
I like girl.
I don't mind being called a girl. It makes me feel young.
Makes me feel young. Actually, you saying that. Actually, okay, then fair.
Yeah, but I'm boying you off. You're like little boy. It's not just boy. It's little boy.
Yeah, you're just like a little pain in the ass. Like a little sister would be a pain in my back.
No, Joe, I'm like Scrappy Doo. Don't mess with me.
Yeah, that's true.
And Tequila knows I'm the hostess with the mostess. Thank you.
Let him at him.
He says, thank you, gracious hosts. But he knows I'm the hostess with the mostess.
Yeah. This is Mia when she wakes up in the morning, right? Let me at him. And then she's got Big Scooby with a hand on his tail or something. There he is going, let me at him. I used to love Scrappy Doo. Daniela Zito, good afternoon. Big up, Daniela.
Good afternoon, Daniela.
Derek Hutchison, Højbjerg would be okay working at Sainsbury's. He would.
I reckon he would, actually.
Yeah, he would, actually. Yep, I will be here for the rugby stream. Just finished work, so jumped on while I was on the big up column. Hope you're doing well. And then we've got Next Level English, Mia. Do you honestly think, don't get us started on this, please. Do you honestly think an 18-year-old in the Belgium league playing next to Janssen would be an immediate upgrade in Højbjerg? I'm going to answer that for you, Mia. And I'm going to say, this is going to shock you. I'm going to say, yeah, he would.
Because if Ange thinks he's good enough, he'll give him that chance. We're all so my thinking is Next Level English is that a lot of people are calling for the youth to play. That's no different, is it? If we know that he's already playing games, he's already playing minutes, right? He's already got minutes under his belt and he's playing regularly. So why not?
It's like Velez, isn't it? The Argentinian.
Yeah.
He's a little genius. A lot of people's. What did I hear, Mia? That he's as good as Batistuta. And I was watching Batistuta the other night. He was some player.
Know. But do you know what? What I will say is look at someone like Mickey. He come in. He's only a young guy. He only played in a league that wasn't a proven league. So is that any different?
No. He's settled to the Premier League. Derek Hutchinson, great show. Mia, thank you so much. It really means a lot.
Thank you very much.
Well, listen, we're going to leave it there. We are back later, of course, with me and Philip Brady when he's back from his Joe Dolan tour. He will be talking about that, and I'm sure about how he got some inspiration for his Tom Jones.
This is just mean, Tequila. You're such a mean.
Hang on a minute. What's he said? Veleza has a slab head.
Slab head, though. That's just mean. Meanie.
And also, Maradona, they proved it the other night, and I'm getting video evidence. Maradona's first goal to England was not handball. It came off his hair.
I've just no words.
No words can describe that comment, but whatever you do, please go over to Spurs Between the Lines, give your head a wobble and hit subscription button.
I hope Kenny stays for the next 20 years at your Ireland.
Yeah, we'll just get rid of her now. Thank you all for watching.
This is a Spurs Between the Lines takeover. Thank you so much for joining.
On that bombshell, we'll see you later. Bye-bye. Please like and subscribe to both channels. Come on, you Spurs, big Andrew, we trust. Were you going to say there again? Choo-choo.
Yeah, choo-choo all aboard the Ange train, isn't it?
All above the... All right, come on, man, let's get the train. Choo-choo. Thomas the Tank.